So a lot of atheists and like the non-Hindus, they believe that, how come Shiva can annihilate Ganesha? Didn't he know that he is a son? So well, we need to understand a few things. And these stories are basically, they're very deep, okay, and the scriptures, the Hindu scriptures, they need to be understood from the depth, okay. So the understanding goes like this about the story, that in this one very particular case, the myth explains basically the process of self-realization. So all the creation is a play of Shiva and Parvati, that is the higher consciousness and the nature which is coming together, and they are giving birth to a self-significant or self-signified energy or power which is their own son, okay. And this original head of Ganesha, it symbolizes here the ego, while the elephant head, it represents wisdom. So Ganesha, when he had taken birth, if you know the story already, Parvati had used mud and dirt to create Ganesha, right? So that was like, it was full of the sediments of negativity that Ganesha had, but then later on, when it switched to an elephant head, that truly and clearly represents a transformation, a self-realization. So it's only by going beyond your intellect, okay, that the total transformation can happen. And that's exactly what happened with wisdom. Okay, that is exactly what happens with wisdom. So you go through your experiences in life, you learn from people, you read from multiple sources, and that's how you become wise. So the reality, the total wisdom of reality is finally realized when you actually annihilate your ego. Okay, so ego is a construct of intellect, and in its own ignorance, ego fails to recognize wholeness of this vast creation. So just as Ganesha couldn't recognize his own father, so he was overly preoccupied with the sense of perceived duty and, self-identification. And Shiva, destroying that illusion that binded Ganesha by annihilating his head, releasing him from all the karmas, basically, okay. Thus, he's fully liberated into the ocean of the higher consciousness, the cosmic consciousness, which is the Shiva consciousness, and beyond the mundane existence. So at this, Parvati, of course, she's nature and she's highly distressed, okay, because it is the nature's duty to maintain her creation, okay, the illusion for a specific life cycle. And thus Shiva is is pushed to replace Ganesha's head, and in response, the head of the nearest creation, that is an elephant head, was transformed, or it was changed into placed into the Ganesha's shoulder. So this signifies that even a single movement of total ego annihilation can completely transform a person, okay. They can never return to the state of pure ignorance, that is, regain their original ego-based identity. So even while living, they will walk as a Jivan Mukti, basically, okay, armed with the knowledge of the Vedas, the absolute truth of the consciousness. And for this reason only, the now wise Ganesha, the transformed Ganesha, okay, is worshipped as a guru, and he's also considered to be Mangal Murti, representing auspiciousness, okay, and invoked before any kind of ritual, okay, in a hope that we may also make some similar progress, okay, in our spiritual journey. So hence this representation of Ganesha head annihilation is an identification to self-realization and ego annihilation.